Welcome back from the break. And today we are doing things a little bit differently because we are having our guests come in right now. Corporate Mondays are money Mondays, money making Mondays. We love to make some money here on the show. We want you and I to do better for 2026. And there's no way to do better now that we are done with our physicals with Coach John Paul. Now we get into our pockets, we get into our finances, and today we're going to be discussing something so close to my heart because we hear very many motivational speakers save, invest, what, and yet I feel like it's actually not in our system. But we've got to learn. Just because you didn't see something growing up doesn't mean you are pardoned from having to practice it. And that's why we want to have this conversation. Is it a lifestyle that we can jump onto? Is it far off? Is it a muscle that we've got to train? All that we are going to be asking. And my next guest is a friend to the show. He is back. The last time we were talking relationships. This time he said we are talking the center of everything. Even as a single person, you need to have your finances in check. Mr. Ivan Busisa, who is the CEO of Goldlines Sacco Limited, is here to talk to us about saving and investing for low-income earners. Good morning and welcome to the show. Ivan, how are you doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year too.
I was telling someone, even in March,
yes,
if it is the first time to see someone in the year,
yes,
you can still say Happy New Year.
Sure.
Do you go by it?
Sure. As long as it's the first time I'm seeing you, Happy New Year. And also greatly, it's a good thing and happy that I've been invited back again to Doxa. And I had a great time last time. And indeed, I believe you're going to have a great time today. Good morning to you, our dear viewers. I believe what we are going to discuss today is not going to leave you the same. And what we are bringing here today is something that I think is vital, not just like you've said for the relationships, people who are married, but even those who are single. It is something that tackles us from the day we are born up to, I think, leave this earth. Yeah.
Yesterday, I was at my niece's birthday, and she is making two. But one of the things that they gave her, the dad, was a piggy bank.
Yes.
And I'm like, when did I get a piggy bank in my life? I must have been in like secondary. That is where I first got into it. Okay. So it feels like the generation is doing things way differently when it comes to saving earlier on. So let's first get into it. For anyone out there, and it is their first time even starting to think about this, because we are going to be looking at people who earn below 1M, right?
Okay.
Or even 1M is a stretch.
Yeah, 1M can also be a stretch. Yeah, but you see, as we are going to discuss, you're going to realize the issue is not how much you earn. Okay? It really has nothing to do with the earning.
Really?
Yes.
And that goes for saving or investing?
It goes for both, actually.
Okay. Yes. If you could choose one thing and you wanted the person who is watching Doxa this morning, who is watching Wide Awake this morning, to go away with one of the two, which one? Is there a better evil?
So when it comes to saving and investing, you cannot do it with one or the other. Because at the end of the day, money is a stream. It flows. Okay. So you need to have the habit of saving and also have the culture of investing. So you can't do it with they are twins, they're intertwined. Because one, make sure that the money is birthed and the other multiplies it.
Okay. Yeah. So let's get into it.
Yes.
Saving, first of all.
Yes.
You say that it's not about the money that you earn. What is it about?
So, I like how you began. You were your niece's birthday, and I commend the father, by the way. That's a very wise man. He's not looking at just his daughter right now, but he's looking at his daughter 25 years from now.
Yeah.
And also, doing that for his daughter is also helping his grandkids. Because the reason as to why many of us fail when it comes to money is because we think it is what we do that makes us wealthy or brings in the money. But the picture is more than just what we do. But it comes down to who we are. You get that?
Okay.
So it comes down to the personality. When you do that to a young child, you've reminded me about something, about the Jewish people do. When you study money, you can't miss out the Jews.
Okay.
Yeah? In the top 10 richest people in the world, you find that the majority of the people on that list actually have Jewish descent. The reason being is when a child is born or reaches an age of 5 in the Jewish culture, they are given 5 jars. Yeah?
Okay.
And there's what they call the 5-jar principle. So you can go and Google it. The 5-jar principle is when a child is 5 years, they give them 5 jars. Now the first jar is called tithe, and they mark it 10%.
Okay.
The second jar is called giving. They mark that 20%.
Okay.
The third jar is called saving. They mark that 10%. The fourth jar is called investing. They mark it 10%. And then the fifth jar is called spend or expenditure, and they mark it 50%.
Wow.
Okay, so every time a parent gives out money, a Jewish parent gives their child money, the child breaks down that money in those little jars. So they grow up with a habit of having to put money separately aside into different things. So they learn the habit of separating money, investing and investing at a very young age. So it becomes inborn in them. It's something they grow with. It is built with them. And that is what most of us miss when we are studying in school.
Yeah.
That is why you see, you can have a professor earning even 10 million a month, but at the time of his retirement, he doesn't even have a plot of land.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
So it's not about how much. You can compare two people. One earns 5 million a month, the other has 500,000. But on the 500,000 will show you that he's developmental, he has built rentals, he's taking his kids to school, but the one of 5 million is even failing to pay school fees for his kids.
The thing we grew up hearing was the street vendors.
Yes.
Tinolaba omukazi atunda sibanya ki naye tutabana ku ssomero sibanya akoze ki, and then you wonder how they get to do it.
Yes.
So I was 2 years old when I got to know that investing and saving is about character.
Yes.
Your character, who
Yes,
you are.
yes. Because it comes from you. Let me ask you a question. Would you like to make $1 million?
Can we make that 5 million? I would like to make 10 million.
The question I'm asking $1 million is because the currency of it is dependent on the measure of your faith. So would you like to make $1 million?
Okay.
At the currency?
Dollars. Of course, we'll start with dollars, but pounds also.
But pounds also. Then the second question is, would you like to be a millionaire? In dollars. Yeah? Because those two are actually very different. Yeah?
Yeah.
Anyone can make $1 million. Anyone can make $1 million. If they put their work to it, they will make it. But very few people will be millionaires. Because it comes down to this. I can give $1 million to someone who is broke. Oh, okay, not a broke person. I can give it to a person who is an average. When I give $1 million to an average person, within a short time to become 10,000. When I give 10,000 to a millionaire, within a short time to become $1 million.
Right.
Are you saying?
Yes.
Because it's still within them and it's embedded within them that it's natural that when they receive something or when they receive money, it multiplies. It comes down to their mindset. It comes down to their behaviors. It comes down to how consistent they are with their life. It comes down to their choices and also the kind of people they hang around with.
Okay.
Yeah? You've heard of the saying that when people become rich, they forget their roots.
Yeah.
But the truth is, they don't forget their roots. It's because he looks around and the people that are around him are actually taking instead of building the person.
Yeah.
So it's not that they don't want their friends or the people or their peers or the people they grew up with. It's just that they just can't resonate with that kind of mind anymore. They are now resonating with a different set of mind that they are looking at, which is more developmental than their set of circumstances. So it comes down to who the person is. Yes.
We have had conversations here where we talked about, of course, the bank accounts. Then we talked about different Busaccos and things where people can put their money to be able to multiply it so that it just doesn't sit in one place. But I think beyond the saving, let us talk a little bit about investing, because I think that is where most people struggle with. One, you could have had even the money and able to put it somewhere. You have your good 5M. It's just seated in the account, but you're looking for where to invest it, and that's where people struggle with, because sometimes you already have a job, you're 8 to 5, and now it's a thing of what can I put in money, what can I invest in that even when I'm not there will grow, and things like that. So I do not want to preempt it, but help us navigate the path to investing beyond, even because I feel like once you know what you want to invest in or how to go about it, then you can easily start to save.
Okay, so when it comes down to the part of investing, number one, you have to be a good money manager. That's where it comes in, because you need money to invest. Because the challenge we have, most of us, is that we want to, when we think of investing, it's most times they are like either it's an impulse opportunity that's come your way, or it is something you see people doing and you think that there is money here.
Yes.
So what happens? If you don't have the money in your confines, what are you going to do? You're going to go and borrow. Okay? But you see, it comes from way back. It comes from down, from just not just going into the investing, but also building the character of saving, because that's where it comes from. You must have the ability of what we call delayed gratification, and that is not punishment actually, because most people saying it's punishment. Are you trying to say I don't have to dress nice? No. Are you trying to say I don't have? No. Delayed gratification is that you are just postponing what would have made you happy right now, because gratification is all about making yourself feel good.
Delaying the gains.
Yeah. Yeah, you can put it that way. So it's about making yourself feel good in the moment. But you see, you have a bigger picture. For instance, in our circle, we have a growth account. We call it a wealth builder account. It goes for a minimum period of 3 years, and the person adds 13% per annum on their savings. But if I tell you it is one of the lowest accounts that people are taken up, it's because it requires someone to save for 3 years without coming back. And unfortunately, that is the character, or that is the mindset that most of our people have. Someone wants to save for 6 months and then pull out the money. Yeah? But then you can't grow that way. You must be able, because any investment requires time.
Yeah.
That is why we go into scams. That is why we go into things we do not know what to do. Sometimes it may not be a scam, but you're not knowledgeable in the area. Or perhaps you can even get into a period. For instance, let me give an example. There's a time coffee went up here, I think about 2 years back. Yeah, the prices really shot up and everyone ran into it.
Yeah.
The last year when the prices fell, people began saying coffee no longer gains. But is that true? It's not true. Coffee has always been a cash crop and will always be. It's only that the people who go in there go in for the wrong reasons. They go in to make money, but not to grow wealth. There's a difference with that. Yeah.
What is that? And interestingly, in my time, I was to build wealth. So now you're using my same words against me.
I say, yeah, because building wealth, like I said, begins with your personality, okay, and then it goes from your personality, it goes into your systems.
Okay.
What kind of systems do you have in place? The Jewish people, for them, they simplified it. From age 5, a person knows I have to pay my tithe, I have to give, I have to save, I have to invest, then I can spend the rest. Yeah? That is the system they built. What system do you have as a person? Okay? What financial system have you built around yourself? Because at the end of the day, your lifestyle, all your goals, all your results are all dependent on the kind of system you have. Okay. Because most of us think there's a common saying that life happens. But that's wrong. Life doesn't happen. We are the ones who determine what life is. So life doesn't happen to us, but life comes from us.
Yes.
Yeah? So literally, in other words, you're in control. Your financial lifestyle is your responsibility, which many of us run away from. And we always find a way of blaming someone for the state that we are in. And that is why most of us are stuck in the same financial cup that we are in.
Yeah.
Yeah? So that is the same cycle, because you are stuck in this box, thinking that there will be an external force somewhere that will come and take you from there, of which at the end of it all, God created us that we become fruitful. Fruitful meaning that you put to work that which you've been given.
You know what? You talked about the Jews and how it comes from 5 years old. And I was telling you how my niece at 2 already there said, you know what? here is, of course, it was so pretty.
Yes.
A piggy bank, you put your money here. I don't know if she even knows what money is at this point.
Yeah.
But we go back to our system. We did not grow up like that.
Yes.
And so that really goes on to showing why people get to struggle with saving. So I think let's first take just a step back a little bit,
Yes.
and talk about saving.
Yeah.
If someone really does not have it in them, what are some of the things you can help them that, you know what, start saving like this? Or because even when you are fasting,
Yes.
if you have never fasted before,
Yeah.
you don't go for a dry, a 3 days
Yeah.
dry, or you don't go the 40 days.
Yes.
There are people, they say, you know what, if you've never fasted, fast start with half days.
Yes.
So how do we exercise that? Where do we start from for people who are struggling with saving?
So now, first of all, you need to build an identity of being a saver. Okay? Because literally, like I said, life comes from us. Recently I've been doing a study on the mind and how the mind works.
Okay.
Truth be told, most of us have this what they call the analytical mind is there's what we say, there's what we think and we say, yeah. But then there's what we are. Let me give an example, yeah. If I give you 1 million shillings, you will say I have to save. I have to save at least 100,000. But at the end, because you are not that type of person, even the 10,000 you won't save it. Reason being, it falls down to your system as a person. It is in your natural makeup that whatever you receive, you spend all of it. So now it comes back to the basics as a person. How do I build myself to be a saver? Because it's not about the amount of money, but it's about having the character to be able to put aside this amount of money, and that money gradually grows. Okay? If I put aside 50,000 a month for 12 months, that is 600,000. If I put aside 200,000 a month for 1 year, that is 2.4. Yeah? If I do it consistently for 10 years, that is 24 million. Okay? And this is when now we're starting. I would advise someone to start with a percentage. Okay? Secondly, start with a percentage. Don't say if you earn 500,000 a month, don't say you want to save 200,000. No. What you are doing, you are trying to break a system. Because remember, this is something that you've grown up seeing. Unfortunately for some people also, it is something they witness in their homes. Yeah? All these things affect us. Unfortunately, some people grew up in luck, so they think whatever comes, has to go. So it's in them. They have a desire to save, but they can't. Yeah? So this is the first thing you have to build. And that's the step you have to first take. And trust me, it's not an automatic thing. It will take you time.
Yes.
Yeah? And that's where most of us now fail to adopt to it.
To be kind to yourself, to know,
Yeah.
yes, I didn't go through today,
Yeah.
but there's no reason why I shouldn't try again tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah? So if this month you fail to save, don't condemn yourself. You say, you know what, next month I will save 50,000. So you just make it something which is practical, step by step. Because the challenge with that, most of us want these things to come now, big. But a house, you don't just find a house there. You build it.
Yes.
Yeah, even if you're buying it from someone, that person had to first build it. So you build it. Yeah. So brick by brick, you go laying your financial foundation. You need a very strong foundation. Because the one thing I can't guarantee a person is that you'll get financial freedom in this lifetime. You won't get it. But what you can ensure is stability. Yeah? You get it? So what you can get is stability. This is what now comes down to your systems. Yeah? Then you build your character from there. For instance, if you know you are an avid spender, because I have that challenge, I kind of just release. Yeah? So what you do, this one of things like doing a standing order with your bank comes in. So it's just a simple, you don't even see it, you just let it go. Yeah? You put it maybe in an insurance company or in a unit trust, or you buy bonds. You just let the money go, and with time you say, you know what, I will not look into I'll let the money just come off my salary, or let it come off my account to an investment account that will never. So in other words, you automate the system.
I know someone who says, if they once they get their salary, if they do not pass by church that day, high chances our tithe will not get to sand. So as soon as they get it, when
Yeah.
they get the notification and go to the ATM,
Yeah.
their first job before
Yeah.
they get home
Yes.
is charge.
That is very true. Because now what that helps you, it helps you build a consistency, because money loves consistency. Yeah? So it helps you build a consistency around it, so that you're able to have money coming in. So money has, like I said, money loves to flow.
Yeah.
It has to keep flowing. And when you master the bit of consistency, money comes in, money leaves your account, it goes into another account, so that you have a small portion. Even if it's just 10,000 a month, trust me, at the end of 1 year, that's a very big difference for you.
Yeah.
And most of us despise it. We think that money is too small. No, forget about the money. It's like going to the gym to lift weights. You can't lift 100 kgs at a go.
Yeah.
Yeah? You can't lift 100 kgs at a go. You have to begin with 10, 20. You go on progressing. Yeah?
Let me throw in a spanner.
Yes.
When you go, yeah, this is the first thing they will tell you.
Yeah.
If you cannot manage your own weight, if you can't lift yourself,
Yes.
they are not going to let you lift any weight, because
Yeah.
they are like, you will now not be able to move because you're adding onto more muscle.
Yeah.
So you have to first be able to lift yourself.
Yes.
So imagine that also goes into finances.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So one thing for savers, this is what I have learned. Be kind with yourself. Start small. Do something reasonable. If you are earning less,
Yeah.
that don't overdo it by saying, you know, halfway.
Yeah.
50% is
Yeah.
saving and 50 it won't be.
It won't be.
Yeah.
Because you are building a muscle. Okay? And that is something we are not taught. I don't know how this generation, we are not taught to, you know, to
No,
do
we're
progressive.
not.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We are more instant. Yeah? That is why we have more these guys who take proteins. You
Yeah.
know, the protein shake so that the muscles grow faster. Yeah? That bodybuilding
Weight
fertilizer.
loss,
Yeah.
everything that
Everything.
7 days, what? And
Yeah.
you wonder, do you think that you gain that? Yeah.
Yeah, you don't gain that. So everything is progressive, because what you're doing, you are building your mental capacity around it. Yeah?
Yeah.
You are building your mental remember, because so that a time what you are looking for, we are looking for automation. That is now when life becomes easy.
We have to go for a short break.
Yeah.
When we return, we are still on the journey of saving and investing. So please do not go away. Keep it right here on Wide Awake.